right, so this is the third time I've recorded this over a span of 2 days because I'm trying to make it perfect without trying to tick a lot of you off. Past 2 times I've recorded it, it's basically been its own separate video. I'm gonna try to keep it short though and just make it a normal video. It's a little bit more on the serious side, so I ask that you kind of keep an open mind to the situation, but also remember that a lot of what I'm saying is speculation and you shouldn't really take it to the bank for sure yet. But it's regarding the subject as to a potential reason why all of these Respawn devs have left, and also maybe Respawn caught in a lie. So do me a favor, click the like button and subscribe to the channel for me if you will. Don't forget there are 3 ways to enter into the heirloom giveaway down in the description below. And also Garrett Leak said he apparently has been watching me from the start, so I wanted to put that up to the test. Any content creators, especially you Garrett, that are watching the video today, make sure to comment down below and let's do a roll call and see who all we got. Let's see if Garrett was telling the truth. All right, so let's just go ahead and cut right to it. For any of my friends that work at Respawn that I've talked to in the past, obviously this has no personal direction towards you. This is more so of personally I believe that you guys want the best for the game, but I feel like you're being limited by something that we don't know about. Pornhub made a great argument in the past that if you're stuck solving issues for a 20-year-old engine, obviously it's gonna get frustrating, and I would leave too. Whether it's EA not giving you the approval for the direction that you're trying to take, I don't know what it is. Obviously something is up, but here's what I specifically wanted to talk about today. Okay, so this was a quote at the beginning of season 11 from Respawn developer, and this is what he said. Yes, I'm not going to spoil what they are, but yes, we will get more limited time modes and events this season for sure, he said in an interview during the season 11 launch. Well, I want to let you guys know something, and this has been the talk around town with amongst YouTubers on Twitter, people, especially data miners, and I want to give that out there that this is coming from mostly data miners, but I want to let you know that the data miners have a record of usually actually being right, and more often than not I've been a sucker for sticking up for Respawn and telling you guys that it's probably right around the corner, or this thing is probably next season, and the data miners have said no, it's not, no, it's not, no, it's not. And I'm like, but Respawn said this, and it never happens, and I'm always left looking stupid because I try to stick up for Respawn. Back in season 9 and all of this Titanfall content that we were promised, and I constantly said, but remember he said this, and so that means we might get this and this and this around the corner. And all the data miners were saying, no, we're not getting any of that, and they were right. And the private matches that dev also said was just right around the corner, and they were working on it, and this has been almost a year ago, and I was constantly saying maybe next season, and the data miners were like, no, and they were right. Well, I want to let you know that these data miners that are usually correct are also saying that there's actually not really new LTM modes for this season, and considering that they're usually right, it makes it a little bit concerning, considering that this is not just a hope that we had for these new LTM modes. This was a guarantee from an actual statement. So because of that, I want to inform you on the events that we have to look forward to, and exactly what the timeline is for all of these things, and how they actually need to line up perfectly, number 1, and number 2, in order for these new LTMs to actually come this season, it would involve Respawn doing things they've never done before, breaking unwritten rules that they've never broke before, just doing things in a pattern that they're not normally to do. So first off, we have the Raider event right now that we're currently in with the Winter Express mode, which obviously is a 3rd year recycled mode. This is not a brand new LTM, and this is obviously not what he's talking about here, considering he also says limited time modes. And yeah, we only got 1 mode and it's recycled, nothing new. So after this, on January the 11th is planned for a Dark Depths event, which is nothing more than a skins themed event. So there's no LTMs whatsoever, and the data miners have basically just confirmed after one another that there is no new modes for this event. And unless they somehow shock us all, which they've never done before, it's not coming in next event. And if that event lasts for 2 weeks like they normally do, that would mean that that event ends on the 25th. Now, season 11 is supposed to end on February the 8th, which is exactly 2 weeks from then. So the only way we will probably get LTM modes this season like they promised is if they do something that I've never seen them do before, and that is start a brand new event the day that one event ends. And if they do that, it kind of seems like the dates line up perfectly, but it's a little weird that they crammed the end of the season with all this content and the beginning of the season was not so much. Like I've said in the past though, it's really hard to imagine that they actually just completely disregard the statement and promise they made. In the past, it's usually just been, we're working on it, we're getting close, so you kind of can't hold them to it. But considering he specifically said season 11 for these new LTMOs, you really can't hold them to that. But I'm having a hard time believing that they're going to break that promise. But at the same time, it's hard to ignore all the times the data miners have been correct in saying that there's nothing coming for season 11. So obviously, if they decide to not start the same day that that other one ends. You would probably start on a Thursday, which would mean that you're not going to have a full 2-week event, A, or B, it will bleed into season 12, or C, there will be some kind of a delay with season 11. Something's got to happen out of the ordinary, and that's why I wanted to bring this to your attention. So it's mainly, A, do you believe that Respawn will do something out of the ordinary to keep their promises about the LTMs, or B, do you think they will stick to their normal patterns of how they release things and break their promise? As much as I feel so stupid for always taking up for Respawn and then watching the data miners laugh at me because they were always right, I once again cannot imagine Respawn lies about this. But just know if they do, it's going to be really bad, and also that's going to bring a lot of trust issues with the whole cross progression promised in 2022 thing, and it's not going to be good. Which, speaking of, they said it would come in early 2022, so I'm hoping that the new event in season 12 starting in early February would be that, but I can't be so sure. Let me know what you think in the comments below and what predictions you have that Respawn will actually do for this new event or LTM thing, and do you think it'll actually come into season 11? Do you think it'll bleed into season 12? Do you think they'll delay the end of season 11, or do you think they will start this event the day of one ending? And I'm just curious to know, what would you do if they did lie about it? How would you react if they did try to come out with some stupid excuse as to why they couldn't do it? Because another inference that a lot of people are making is that the reason that you have all these devs that are leaving at the same time is because they didn't want to hear the crowd after they find out that they lied about the LTMs or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I would put that picture completely together, but I also don't want to put the picture that, oh, this is just game development. People move on. People quit their jobs. People go to somewhere else. That's true, but not like 3 of the biggest ones who've been here for years all at the same time. And especially not with Jason McCord not only leaving, but not even replacing his job, just saying he's just gonna go walk for a bit and recharge. And if you'll notice, it's a little odd that, you know, we used to have a lot of content basically coming from Respawn. One dev or one person here that works for Respawn would say, hey, this is coming, we're working on this, and you don't see any of that anymore because they've all left. I don't know, it just feels like that communication between Respawn and their community is a little bit obsolete right now. I love how I said I wasn't gonna keep it its own video, and I did it anyway. So I'll leave you with a little bit of a gold nugget before we leave today, and then I'll just come back with another video on Saturday that it's our normal video. This is a little bit of gold nugget coming from Grimsy, who does a lot of Apex giveaways, and he says, yo, Respawn, y'all should randomly give some accounts 150 heirloom shards like Santa dropping off some presents. Imagine being generous. No, but what they did instead is they decided to be the Grinch for Christmas, and all those people that accidentally got the Watson heirloom that weren't supposed to get it, instead of letting them have it because it was their mistake, they went and took it back out of their accounts, and that's just what you love to see. All right, everyone, that's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to participate in the Watson heirloom giveaway. I'm gonna be picking a finalist from Twitter, finalists from Facebook, and finalists from YouTube, putting them all in a spin wheel and seeing whatever names pops up, and that's the one that's going to win. All the links you need are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to use your 25% off code JMeyels at your Glytch Energy purchase checkout. I decided to actually drink a scoop of Glytch with only 4 ounces of water the other day, and it was so concentrated, but honestly, I think I like it better than a bottle of water. So I would really recommend you trying that. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you all in the next one. It's Viber Day, only positivity. Go down in the comments, make someone's day better, not worse. I know the conversation today may have been a little bit on the negative side, but not too much. It was mostly just, look, we have our issues with Apex. We can talk about stuff with Apex, but at the end of the day, we're going to lift one another up. Go down in the comments and let's be positive towards one another. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'm out. Later, Gators.